If you have ever asked for advice when you already knew the answer, if you have ever prayed for clarity and then waited for confirmation from people, then this video is for you. Because the issue is not what should I do? The issue is, do I trust myself enough to actually do it? In this video, you will learn how to stop second guessing yourself and actually trust your decisions. So today we have 12 steps and they're all about action and implementation. Let's begin. The first step to interrupting this pattern is to build awareness. And you can do that by asking yourself the question, am I seeking advice or approval? So advice gathers insight, but permission will give away your power. If you're asking advice, you may want some constructive criticism. You might want some insight. You might just want to hear somebody else's point of view. Permission is asking, is it okay for me to do this thing? So those are two different questions, and you have to be aware of what it is that you're asking. Step number 2 is to ask yourself first. You have to ask yourself, what do you think or what do you want? I remember when I had this revelation where I was trying to make a decision and a friend of mine said, Monique, what do you want? And I thought about it for a long time because I had not been in the habit of even asking myself what I wanted, what I thought. I was so used to trying to figure out what's best for everybody else. What does this person need me to do? And that question right there changed my life because I started to actually think about my own decisions, my own opinion, so that I didn't have to ask somebody else's permission. I didn't have to be so concerned about people pleasing that I couldn't prioritize myself. So it might seem like a simple question, but at least for me, it was profound. What do you think about the situation? What do you want? Step number 3 is to make small decisions independently. Certain things, they only pertain to you. You can get in the habit of just making these small decisions by yourself. And I'm talking about decisions like what to wear, what to order, what to say, right? What are you going to do for the day, whether you're going to go to an event. I have been around people that when you go to a restaurant, they're like, hey, what are you going to get? Do you think I should get this? Do you think I would like that? And I'm just like, make a decision. Worst case scenario, if you don't like it, you can send it back. Then you know, hey, next time I won't order that thing. But it's not a life or death situation. It's not something that will negatively impact anyone. You can get in the habit of making small decisions by yourself. When you get dressed to go someplace, you don't have to ask 3 people, FaceTiming your mom or your sister, should I wear this? How did this look? No, you can look in the mirror and you can make the decision. And with that, you are building your muscles, you are strengthening your self-trust so that you're getting used to hearing your voice and trusting your own voice. Step number 4 is related to the previous step, and it is to set a no consulting rule for minor decisions. Not every decision requires input. There are certain decisions that you can make at work or at home in your personal life that you can make completely on your own. They're very, very low risk. And the more you rely on yourself, the more you rely on your own opinions, the stronger your confidence becomes. Step number 5 is to limit your advisory circle. What does that mean? Seek wisdom, not consensus. Even if you would like advice from others, maybe you have 1 or 2 trusted advisors and you might not need to talk to 5 or 10 people. Let's say you're going to buy a car or furniture. Maybe get the advice of 1 or 2 people that you know have good taste, they know about quality, that can give you some good advice. You don't need to talk to 10 people because too many opinions can create confusion. And we're going for clarity, not confusion. Step number 6 is to stop over explaining. When you make a decision, say it clearly. You don't have to justify everything that you did. Just simply state, this is what I've decided. Because confidence speaks clearly and briefly. Step number 7 is to move before certainty. If you have to wait till you're 100% sure that this is 100% the correct action, then you will never move, because very seldom are we 100% sure about anything. But clarity comes with movement. Clarity often follows action, not hesitation. Confidence is not certainty, but it is willingness to act. Step number 8 is to set personal decision deadlines. Quit delaying your destiny. If you have to make a decision, put a time, put a date on it. I'm going to make this decision by 5 o'clock today. I'm going to make this decision by Tuesday. Give yourself a time frame and commit. Indecision will keep you stuck. Decisiveness and action will move you forward. Step number 9 is to identify the origin of your doubt. So ask yourself, is this wisdom or is this conditioning? Right? Am I making this decision based on facts, based on feelings, or am I making this decision based on my desire to please others? Because I'm afraid I might disappoint someone else, because I feel like those people might judge me if I make the decision. Once you really know why you are making a decision or why you are having some doubt, that can give you the clarity to decide what it is to do next. That can also help you to discover and to learn your own voice in the situation. Step number 10 is to affirm your inner authority. Get in the habit of saying, I trust my wisdom. I am capable of making sound decisions. I make choices that align with my values. My voice matters. Because what you repeatedly affirm, you eventually believe. Our brain is such that it believes what it hears, and it believes our voice more than any other voice. So the more you say it and the more you practice these behaviors, the more you will start to believe it yourself. Step number 11 is to detach from the need for validation. Now, that is saying a mouthful, and it might be easier said than done. However, it is something that really needs to be a goal, because not everyone will agree with you, and that will be okay. When you start making decisions that are for you, the people around you will be surprised, right? They're so used to you asking for their approval. They're so used to you people pleasing that they may be shocked and appalled that you would go and make a decision for yourself, that you're going to go on a solo trip to a place that you've always wanted to go. You didn't ask their permission. You didn't ask their validation. You didn't ask them if they wanted to go. But it's something that you wanted to do, and you decided to do it. Or you went out and you purchased a vehicle, or you purchased a dress or a pair of shoes, whatever it is that normally you would ask their opinion, you decided you didn't need their approval. And there may be a little bit of pushback from that, but it is important that you realize you do not need their validation, approval is optional. But alignment, that's essential. You need to align with your values. You need to align with your purpose, align with your future. And if the people around you don't approve, then it's okay. They will come around or they won't. But you have to take care of you. Because at the end of the day, nobody is responsible for your happiness. Nobody is responsible for whether you fulfill your purpose, you maximize your potential, that you do the things on your bucket list, that you live a life where you feel you are contributing. Nobody is responsible except you. So you don't have to get validation from anyone. Like I said, that is easier said than done. If you have been in a habit of seeking validation, then you will have to go through all of these different steps because you're building your muscles. You're learning how to build self-trust. I did another video that is about building self-trust, and I'm going to link that in the description as well. This is number 12, and it is huge. Number 12 is set boundaries without guilt. It is imperative that you work on setting healthy boundaries. All of those people who have been telling you what to do, who have been giving you their opinion and you've been following along, that you've been asking for their validation, they're going to push back, right? When you start behaving differently, they may have some issues. So you have to learn to set boundaries. Maybe if you're used to asking someone's opinion about what you should wear, and you decide that now you're going to wear what you want to wear, you may have to set boundaries with your friends or with your loved ones that I prefer that you not give me your opinion about what I'm wearing unless I ask. That if someone asks you to do something, you're free to say no. You don't need their permission. And no is a complete answer. If this is a loved one, you may want to say, that doesn't work for me because, or I really appreciate the opportunity, but I'm going to pass this time. But really, no is a complete answer. If you have people that you're really close to, that you might sit them down and say, you know what, I'm making some changes. In the past, I have asked your opinions about a lot of different things. And going forward, I'm going to listen to my own voice and make some of my own decisions. It has nothing to do with you, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on. And in that case, when it happens, they may not be shocked. They'll look and they'll remember the conversation that you had. But when you're able to say no to the things that drain you, if you can say no to the things that don't serve you, that don't move you closer to your purpose, that are not aligned with your core values, then you're able to say yes to more things that really are aligned for you. And don't feel bad about it. Boundaries are not selfish, but they are a form of self-respect. People will see that and they will even begin to respect you and your time and your boundaries even more. To anchor this transformation, commit to take one bold action today. Ask yourself, what decision have I been postponing because I was waiting on approval? And then make the decision. Act on it. When you're making progress, that will silence doubt. You'll make one small step and then another step, and you will build momentum. By you putting your self-trust in action, you will stop the pattern of permission seeking. And you're getting self-trust going, and you're building momentum, and it will keep picking up momentum. Because momentum builds confidence and action will strengthen your self-trust. And if you are a woman of faith, remember this. If you have clarity from God, you do not need permission from people. Obedience requires movement, not consensus. The book of James tells us that a double minded man is unstable in all his ways. Friend, please trust the wisdom that God has given to you. If this message resonated with you, subscribe today. This channel is for you. Those two videos that I referred to, they are linked in the description below. And together they will help you to identify this permission seeking pattern, to know how it relates to people pleasing, and to help develop habits that will build your self trust. Queen, you do not need more advice. You need to trust the wisdom that is already inside of you. And you never need permission to be who you were born to be. Until next time, be blessed.